Sergeant, present the colors.
Present color.
We call our chairman of the board, Joe Biondo, to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'm now going to introduce our MC for the evening, Mr. Mario Doyle. By the way, he's Vice President of Security.
Thank you, Dave. The rabbi has asked that you guys take a seat because he's got a humorous invocation for us tonight. So please be seated. Rabbi Barry Del Schwartz is the Nassau County Police Department's chaplain and has come in tonight to do the invocation for this event honoring Congressman King, Teresa Balfe, and our one and only John Becker.
The reason I asked everyone to be seated is because an invocation is usually brief. My prepared remarks are about an hour and a half. And I really just wanted to express the privilege and the honor of all of us to be in the presence of the one and only Peter King. Someone is in the limelight, as Peter is all the time, one forgets to understand what he means to the average American citizen. And Peter, you really are our hero. And we are so comfortable with you going up the ladder of Homeland Security. And I think we all sleep better. When I give an invocation, I never go into three areas actually. I stay away from sex, religion, and politics. However, I did read something that I thought was very interesting, that Chrysler Corporation is adding a new car to its line to honor Bill Clinton. The Dodge Drafter will be built in Canada. And he will be recorded in history as the only president to do hanky-panky between the bushes. Now, this is a wonderful organization that calls us together for celebration and for meaning. And we ask God's blessings upon all who lead this organization, chairman, president, all of whom are very important in their own right. And we ask God's blessings on each and every one of you who is here, who have come here to celebrate and be part of this wonderful organization through your support and encouragement. And I will conclude with a universal word known in all languages, and that is my blessing to all of you. Shalom. 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 And you know why shalom in Hebrew means not only peace, it means hello and goodbye. You know that? Shalom in Hebrew, we say shalom when you greet somebody, and say shalom when you leave them. And the legend is that people say shalom because Jews very often don't know whether they're coming or they're going. But we all know why we are here, and again, we honor you people.
As promised, the rabbi always delivers a humorous invocation. Before I retire the colors, I'd like to thank the Nassau County Police Department's Police Explorer Color Guard for being here today at the generosity of Commissioner Police Mulvey. Before you, you see police explorers that are future law enforcement executives. Nassau County has a great law enforcement exploring program, and I'd like to thank them for being here tonight. Color Guard Sergeant, retire the colors.
Color Guard, dismiss. Right turn. March. Forward. March.
Please give them a round of applause. It gives me great pleasure to welcome each and every one of you to the ALDONYS 2010 Person of the Year dinner. Tonight we come together to recognize and honor the private security, investigative, and public law enforcement professionals. Those who have exhibited outstanding achievements in their respective fields, reflecting the high ideals and standards of the Associated Licensed Detectives of New York State. At this time, it was my pleasure to introduce you to our esteemed dais. From my left to your right, Joe Biondo, Chairman of ALDONYS. Irv Mechanic, founder of the Mechanic Group and platinum supporter and sponsor of ALDONYS. Steve Mechanic from the Mechanic Group. Dave Zeldin, our dinner chairman. Senator-elect Lee Zeldin from the 3rd Senatorial District, who will be representing our interests as of January 1st. The Honorable Congressman Pete King. Rob Tucker, President of ALDONYS. Teresa Balfe, Vice President Investigations, ALDONYS, and one of our honorees. John Beck, the recipient of the Gene Fink Award and a past president of ALDONYS. Lisa Dolan, Treasurer of ALDONYS. And Nick Himonitis, the Secretary for ALDONYS. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce you to an individual that has worked tirelessly to enhance and represent the security and investigative industry, the President of ALDONYS, Robert Tucker.
Thanks, Mario, and welcome everyone. I have some prepared remarks because I'm a lawyer and I was taught to do that, but before I do that, I would want to recognize 3 people in the room, and I know you're not supposed to do this, but one of them is my wife, Andrea Tucker, and if I don't recognize her, I'm in trouble later. And the other 2 are my parents, Joan and Barry Tucker, who are here, and I'm so happy that they are able to join us. You know, nights like this are hard to put together, and I would be remiss before my remarks if I didn't acknowledge Dave and Lisa Dolan and the committee that put this together. Thank you guys for your very hard work. So welcome to the 2010 ALDONYS Person of the Year Award dinner. I want to congratulate my friend Congressman Pete King, a most worthy recipient of this award and a great advocate for the security and investigations industry, for which we all thank and applaud him. I also obviously want to point out that he will assume the chairmanship again of the House Homeland Security Committee, a role that he deserves, a role that he is uniquely prepared for, and we in New York State are all the better having him there. I also want to congratulate and thank John Beck and Teresa Balfe on the honors that they'll be receiving tonight. More on that later. As the leadership of the organization prepares to change hands, I want to commend the current board of directors and those members of ALDONYS who have been active and have contributed to our strength. You, the ones who are here tonight, you are the stalwart ones and the people our new president and board will count on in the next 2 years ahead. We must all pledge our support for the new slate of officers who will take over in 2011, because it'll be a great deal more difficult and require a lot more effort to move ALDONYS' agenda forward in the coming years. With a new legislature and governor taking office and hoping to energize Albany, don't forget, our success in thwarting unfavorable legislation during the past 2 years is mainly attributable to the dysfunctional mess that we faced in Albany. This will be a lot different, and the new legislators will be looking far and wide for causes to promote bills that have been on hold and may start reappearing. We'll need to be a lot more proactive to make our voice heard in opposition to legislation that's unfavorable to our industry and to promote legislation that's good for us. There is no time for apathy. It is our greatest enemy. It is time, however, to start building our influence. As an industry that employs over 180,000 licensed guards, we are a significant factor in employment and economy, and we need to utilize that leverage more effectively. We can start by increasing the size and intensity of ALDONYS. You are the loyalists who need to go out and recruit your associates to build this organization into a strong lobby for the security and investigations industry. A louder voice and more effective lobby should be the primary goal of ALDONYS in the months and years ahead. And we are now, for the first time, well positioned to do this. Just look at our accomplishments over the past 2 years. DCJS and the Secretary of State know what ALDONYS is and what we stand for. The Governor's Office knows what ALDONYS is. City Hall and the City Council knows what ALDONYS is. And an increasing number of prominent New York legislators know what ALDONYS is. We've met with State Senator Skelos, Malcolm Smith, Dan Squadron, all of whom have been reelected, and now we have a good friend in Albany, State Senator-elect Lee Zeldin. You have no excuse, you grew up with this, so you have absolutely no excuse but to help us out, and we'll be knocking on your door early on. In addition, our function of providing a setting where colleagues and competitors can sit down together to discuss issues facing our industry is invaluable and must be expanded. The image and identity of the security industry is improving, and ALDONYS has upgraded its website and made it much more useful and accessible. But the burden of supporting these initiatives has been borne disproportionately by a few, you and me, while we all in the industry benefit from the work. It is time for us to expand the responsibility for sustaining ALDONYS and ensuring that we continue to be able to serve our clients, our employees, our shareholders, and ourselves. As I conclude my presidency of ALDONYS, I want to thank you for your collaboration and friendship. It's been an honor to serve as your president, and I pledge to continue working with you toward making the security and investigations industry stronger, more vocal, and continuously more effective, so that we are recognized for the very important role that we play in protecting the lives and property of all New Yorkers. Thank you.
Thank you, Robert. As Robert mentioned, ALDONYS board members work very hard in representing the interests of private investigators and security guard companies. Will the board of officers and regional directors for ALDONYS that are present here tonight please stand? Come on, Mike. Keith. Please show them a round of applause. It also gives me great pleasure to recognize the Mechanic Group for their generous support over the years and for being our annual corporate platinum sponsor. Without their generous support and assistance, nights like this wouldn't be possible, but some of the forward movement that this industry has made and this organization has made wouldn't be possible. Thank you, Irv, and everybody. I'd also like to thank all the security guard and investigative organizations that are here tonight for their continued support of ALDONYS. Your presence here tonight shows us a commitment that you've made to this industry and the forward movement that it's had over the last couple of years and will have over the next decade. Thank you again. In Robert's comments, Robert mentioned the ALDONYS Dinner Committee. They have worked tremendously hard, and I'd like to thank Dave Zeldin, the chair for the Dinner Committee, and Lisa Dolan, the vice chair, for all their hard work in putting tonight together. Thank you, guys. We're going to take a short recess and get to know each other, and we'll be back with some awards presentations. Thank you.